Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. It appears that we're still not done with the M Rens Remaster yet. There is a user in the comments section, James Carter, who pointed out that I haven't really covered any of the smaller details that the Rens Remaster covers. So we are going to cover all of those smaller details in this video. So let's jump straight in. So the first one we're looking at here is a couple of food items and the table itself, because the remaster does cover a lot of stuff like furniture and rugs and stuff like that. So as you can see there, the table's been retextured, the rug's been retextured, the cheese wheel, the walls. There's just so much have changed in this image. And it all does look a lot nicer than your standard vanilla game. And here we're going to look at some of the cutlery items. So if you just keep an eye on those tankards and the baskets, you'll see all those change for the better as well. And we've also got the door and the wooden beams have been retextured. So a lot more changes than what I might have initially showed in my first video, because I'll admit the video wasn't so great. Now that I look back and notice everything I missed, and I do try and cover as much of a mod as I possibly can. So hopefully this will be the last revisit video I do for a while, but you never know. Here you can see the rug, the floor and the walls have all been retextured. Doesn't look like there's any retexturing going on the actual furniture. The table and chairs looks the same to me. The wall hanging that you can just see poking out the bottom, that hasn't changed much either. Here we are in the bedroom. I'm guessing we're going to see the same changes again in the rug, probably the floors and the walls as well. The mod does say that it retextures chests. I haven't noticed that, as you'll see here. I do have the add-ons 1 and 2 running alongside as well, so if there is any mesh changes, we'll see those. There, as I said, mainly the floors, the rug and the walls, but no real changes going on with the actual furniture again. That chest certainly hasn't changed, and the texture on the bed and the bedside table both looks the same as well. Hanging animals is another thing that's changed. So I just wanted to see if that also stands for the hanging ingredients as well. So we'll have a quick look at that here. And as you can see, the garlic and the 2 hanging fish there have changed, as well as all of the wood textures. But the hanging dried elves here, no change there, but we won't mark it down for that, as I'm sure there are plenty of other examples. Here I messed up a bit because I did actually get a close-up of a tree in this shot to get a close-up of the bark. However, I forgot that the tree was added in by the mod, so when I took it away, the tree went away as well. Never mind, we'll still have a look at what changes here. So a lot of the textures on the building in the background, the blacksmith has changed. A new tree has popped up in the distant background, and those barrels have changed as well. Here we have a kind of a wide shot of Winstad Manor, I believe this is called, and we'll see if anything changes here. So a lot of the wood textures have changed. We got a couple of new bushels of grass down in the foreground. The sun looks a little warmer. They are all captured at the same time of day and same weather conditions, so I can only put that down to the remaster really. A lot of the containers have been remastered as well, so we're going to see that those sacks and the barrels change, and maybe some of the other details as well, like the bucket and that. Let's have a look. So no change on the bucket, but the table, the floor, those barrels and sacks and the wood have all been retextured. The plaster in the background hasn't actually been retextured, and that is something that the mod description says that it improves, so maybe they mean another plaster. But that's the only type I could think of in the game. Again, here we've just got a wider shot of all the different type of containers and that in the game. So we'll have a quick look and see how that all changes. So almost everything in that shot there gets a retexture, apart from the animal skin floors and the workbench. Other than that, everything else seems to have a little improvement to it. Here we got a boat. Apparently the boats have been remastered as well. I know that there are more variety of boats and ships in some of the smaller towns like Falkreath and stuff like that, but I figured I'd get a shot of one of the bigger ones that I know of. Excuse me, one of the bigger ones that I know of in the game. So it's only really the planks of wood on the deck that have changed. The atmosphere looks a little warmer as well, so it does look like there has been some type of colour balancing, or certainly looking at the saturation of some of those colours, which is nice. It's always nice to have a nice colourful image. Here, one of the things that the mod says it does is it adds in stained glass windows. Now I really couldn't find any, so I kind of just grabbed this image on the fly to see if those orange windows on the inn was what the mod author was talking about. But no, they were there in the original game, or Skylanders added them in 1 to 2, because Skyland is running, as always, in the before and after images, because it is recommended by the mod author that you have Skyland. So I couldn't really find any evidence of the stained glass windows, but again, I'm certain they're in there. This was a great little image, and I didn't realise that most of this is actually vanilla. I thought a lot of stuff would have changed in here, because that picture does look so great, but no, this is pretty much all a standard game, bar the lighting, of course. The only change I could spot really is the floor and ceiling. I've had a retexture, but that is a great image. I really like that. And our final shot is of this market stand, because the stands have had a remaster, and also there was a lot of fruit and veg on there, so I thought that we might be able to see some of those improve as well. And we got smoother wood textures on the actual stalls themselves. A lot of the fruit and veggies looks a lot better. So that pretty much concludes me revisit. You know what happens now is I ramble for about 5 minutes. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty much done with the M Rens Remaster now. I will admit I messed up on my first initial video, and then me second video. So I am doing the third video now. Just as like a full disclosure thing, I don't want to misrepresent any mods. And I'm grateful to all the mod authors who put, just probably hundreds of hours into each one of the mods, and I certainly don't want to short sell any. And also, I don't want to let you guys down either. If you're looking for, the best graphics for your game with performance and that, I feel that you should, if you do watch one of my videos, which I'm eternally grateful for, that you do come away with as much information as I can provide to you, or at least enough information to see for yourselves which mod you'd like to have without having to go through, the rigmarole of installing it yourself, and then going back and having to check all these details yourself, because it does make a big difference seeing them side by side. Like the screen wipes that I do, it's probably like the most effective way to compare before and after, purely because you can have them right there on screen, and you can go back and forth on this video as your leisure just to see all the smaller details. So as always, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.